It was my freshman year of college, and I was nervous because the highest education I had at the time was a high school diploma. I would take the train as my transportation to get to school. One day, on my way to school, as I was walking to the train station, I felt a vibrate from my phone. As I began to check my phone, just to see, it was just an Instagram notification from a guy named Michael. I began and did what anyone else would do when you get a notification. I started to look through Michael's page and found out that he went to my school and he was only one grade above me. After seeing that Michael was not a catfish, I began to turn off my phone until getting a DM Instagram notification from Michael. "Hey, I saw your Instagram. I thought you was cute." I was nervous and I replied with, "Thanks," keeping my message dry. After that, I began and got onto the train and found a seat and sat down. As I got off Instagram, I got another notification from Michael, which said, "That was super dry." I ignored this message, and instead of blocking Michael's Instagram page, I closed my phone. At this time, my Instagram profile was not private, so anyone could message me or follow me. As I made my way to school, I saw this Michael guy. When I walked onto campus, and instead of Michael leaving me alone after not me texting him back, he came over and tried to introduce himself. "Hey, my name is Michael. I'm sure you know this already." I said, "Yeah, I do," keeping it dry. After that, I began to walk off. As Michael started to follow me, I went to my class and did not realize he was following me. As I began to leave school, I did not see Michael walking behind me, so I figured he left and went home. As I got onto the train and heard my phone vibrate, I looked just to see it was Michael had texted me saying again, "Would you be down for coffee?" I replied and said, "No, I'm okay. Thanks for the offer though." As I started to close off the Instagram DM from Michael, he began to start spamming my Instagram DM with messages saying, "Why are you so stuck up? It's just a date. Why are you acting like that?" I ignored this because I thought Michael was just mad. As I began to get off the bus, which was the train, I began to make my way home. I got another message from Michael and I checked just to see it was a picture of me walking home. I was on a dark street and nobody was around. I began to get paranoid. I began to call 911. 911, what's your emergency? "I think I'm getting followed by a guy from Instagram. Please help." "Okay, ma'am, where are you located?" "On Treeline Avenue." "Okay, ma'am, stay calm. We have police on their way right away. Stay on the phone with me, by the way." As I waited for the cops to arrive and stayed on the phone with this woman, I began to see a blue pickup truck approach me. Two men got out the truck, which one of the men was Michael. I began to run fast as I could, not looking back. I kept running until I ran into a cop who was pulling up around the corner. The cop asked what was wrong and who I was running from. I told him those are the guys and that's who I'm running from. They're in the blue pickup truck. Please help. As the cop made their way over there to arrest Michael and the other man who was with him, which I don't know who the man was, he was just with Michael. I told the cops what happened. After explaining what happened, the cops then said, "Delete him and make your profile not public, only private." As I listened to the cop and blocked Michael and made my Instagram profile private, after this terrifying incident happened, I never opened any messages that I get from any strangers. This took place a few years back when I was working at the gas station as a cash register. I would always get a new Instagram notification, and most of the time would ignore the Instagram notification or lurk on the people's page to see who followed me. Well, that's exactly what I did. One night at work, my boss left me in the gas station by myself to run while he went to home due to him having a family emergency. I was used to working by myself at the gas station, but one night I was taking over the shifts for my boss. The store was not busy at all, so I began to get onto my phone, and I opened my phone and saw that I had a notification from a guy named Greg, which is not a follow notification. It was Greg texting me. "You're beautiful. You're a beautiful young woman. We should hang out sometime. I reply with thanks, lol, but I'm working, so I'm okay. As I nicely turn down Greg's offer, I begin to lurk on this Greg guy's page to make sure he's not a catfish, or even worse, a creep. As I lurked on Greg's page, I see nothing that would be out of the ordinary. I begin to put my phone back into my pocket as I heard someone open the gas station. The door, then they came in. I looked up to see that it was a customer who was coming to buy something. As I patiently waited for the customer to come up to the front desk, the customer walked out the door. He walked out the store and drove away. I did not think nothing of it because maybe the customer did not see what he was looking for. As I began to start cleaning up the gas station because we would be closing in 30 minutes, I saw Greg start to make his way up to the gas station. I did not think nothing bad because there was not that many gas stations around in this small town I lived in, so I thought it was a coincidence and brushed it off. As Greg approached the gas station, he walked through the entrance door and asked, "What time do you close?" I replied, "In 20 more minutes." Greg then began to walk out the door. I did feel a little paranoid because I didn't think nothing of it, but I did feel a little paranoid. The time had arrived at 12 a.m. As the gas station was finally now closed, I began to clean up and lock up the doors. As I started to walk over towards my car, I started to get this strange feeling inside my gut. It started to get me really paranoid, but I did not let that stop me. As I got into my car and began to drive off, I started to fix my car room mirror so I could see better. I began to drive off. After driving for about 10 minutes maybe, I kept hearing my phone ring, but from my Instagram, it was Greg. He was calling me. I ignored this call because I had to keep driving and I wanted to make it to my house. As I heard a big pickup truck pull right behind me, it started to catch up speed a little bit. I began to increase my speed as well. And then the pickup truck then ran into my car, almost making me swerve off the road. Then I began to push the gas pedals down hard as I could, going fast as I could. I started to call 911 and told them that there was this crazy guy who was trying to make me wreck. I need help. As I told the cops where I was and how there was a crazy guy after me, the cops said, "We got help on the way." As I feel relieved a little, just to see the man who was in the pickup truck was Greg, who said, "Check your Instagram DM." I could not possibly check my phone while driving, so I sped up even more until I saw cop flashes, red and blue. This made my heart stop beating so fast from this crazy man who was trying to wreck into me, or worse, hurt me. As I got even closer, I could see that the road has been blocked off by the cops, and that I could finally slow down, and the guy in the truck could not run away or go anywhere. I was so happy that I was safe. And as I watched the cops arrest the man who was Greg, I began to open up my Instagram DMs, just to see the most terrifying message I've ever seen. Pictures of me while I was at work, even threats that said, "I'm going to kill you, haha." As this man was sending laughing faces as if this was a sick type of joke or trick he was trying to play. Then I began to look through my more messages of Greg that he had sent me, and he was not joking at all. This man had pictures of dead people that he was showing me, saying I should join them, haha. The cops began to investigate his vehicle just to find a crowbar, a pair of handcuffs, a shotgun, and tape. There is no telling what would have happened to me, but from the understanding I have, this man Greg was going to kill me. I'm so happy that the cops got there in time and that I was not in the grave like the other ones were. Rest in peace to you all, and always watch your surroundings, because even when you're driving, people can still hurt you. So always watch your surroundings. Be sure to like, subscribe, let me know what you thought about this story, and other than that, we're out.